All right, this is another determinant problem. I'm going to do this one by hand. They don't put lines for their determinant. That's a different notation. They actually put det, which is probably a good idea because it's very clear you are asked to find the determinant. By hand, the determinant of a 2 by 2 is fairly straightforward. You multiply the 5 and the 11, and you subtract the product of 6 and minus 4. The only thing you have to be worried about here is that you can make minus sign errors. Now, of course, you can do the whole thing on Mathematica as I showed in the previous problem. So these are nice problems because they talk about what the identity matrix is. The identity matrix behaves like the number 1. It leaves things unchanged when you multiply. And so they ask you to take a matrix and multiply by the 2 by 2 identity matrix. And what is the 2 by 2 identity matrix? That is, let me type that out so you know what it is. I'm not going to put the brackets around it because it's a little bit hard. It's a 1, 0, 0, 1. So it has ones down the diagonal and zeros everywhere else. A 3 by 3 would be a 3 by 3 matrix with ones down the diagonal 3 rows and zeros everywhere else. So the shape of the diagonal of the identity matrix is the same regardless of the size. It's just the size has to be dictated, so they subscript a 2 here just to remind you that you're working with a 2 by 2. But the property of identity matrices is they leave things unchanged by products, and because of that, I know that A times I2 is A. So I just get A back here again, and that's, if you look, minus 11 gets typed here, 23 gets typed here, 5 gets typed here, and minus 3 gets typed here. And we use that in lesson 22, so that has to be in the head. How do you find the inverse of a matrix? Well, the simplest way, you can do it by hand, but I'm not doing anything by hand if I don't have to. I'm going to go to Mathematica, and I'm going to type that new matrix in. Insert. I'm not making mistakes anymore. That's what the beauty of this was. When I saw Mathematica for the first time, I thought, oh, I have a chance to get a PhD. I don't have to ever put computations in again. So there's my matrix. 19 minus 2 minus 39 and 4. And if you want the decimal answers, just put a 0.0 on a couple of these. You really only have to do it with 1. Shift enter. And then go down here and go inverse A, shift enter. And then display as a matrix. Let's just go check if WebAssign is correct. And you'll see, look at that. -2, -1, -9.5, and 19.5, -9.5. Perfect.